Two things. I know I haven't been on YouTube in forever, and two, I know this is not the format for a YouTube video. You would much prefer this. But here's the thing. It's this or nothing. Because I just recorded a couple of things on Instagram, and I thought, you know what? That would be a really good YouTube update, because April, if you all have been following me for a long time, you might remember as the month that I made the decision to have bariatric surgery way back in 2016. And I just kind of got some thoughts out on Instagram, and I thought, you know what? I haven't updated YouTube in a long time. And if somebody's only ever followed me on YouTube, they might be thinking, okay, I seen this girl's journey for the first 2 years, but how is she now, 7 years later? Like, does she still think weight loss surgery was a good decision? So I'm just going to paste all of those things from my Instagram stories over here into one YouTube video to give you a little bit of an update. It's a mess because I'm a mess, but here you go. Final thoughts. Sorry for the no makeup. All these thoughts just hit me at once, and if I put it off for a day that I have my makeup on and make this more professional, I'll just keep putting it off and never do it. And I feel like I really just want to put these thoughts out there. And number two, I'm way more active on Instagram and especially TikTok, so it's Watch Kitty Shrink there too if y'all want to keep up with me. It's In My Feels Friday, so this might be a long one. But before I even get into how I'm feeling, can we talk about nowadays, people really hype up women who get breast implants and any kind of plastic surgery done on their face and tummy tucks and stuff like that. And first of all, I am pro all of that. If it makes you feel better about your body, you should absolutely do it. And women should be applauded for making these decisions to better themselves and to feel better in their bodies. But why are we still having these weird stigmas about weight loss surgery? To me, it's the same thing. And first of all, a lot of people do weight loss surgery for health reasons. And I want to say that I personally did have high blood pressure and diabetes. And the doctor was telling me I really needed to have this surgery. So it was medical. But I will never lie to you guys. I've said all along, I had weight loss surgery because of how I wanted to look. The same as why people have plastic surgery. I wanted to look different. And y'all know how I feel on this. I've spent most of my life being an overweight person. So I'm not saying that smaller bodies are better than larger bodies. I'm not saying anything other than I wanted to change the way my body looked. And I also wanted to feel differently. I didn't have any confidence. And, throughout the whole process, it wasn't just the weight loss that changed my confidence, but it certainly was a large part of it. So I just wanted to say that first. The stigmas around weight loss surgery, anything you want to do to your body to feel better in it, to feel better about how it looks, is your own flipping business. Weight loss surgery changed my life, and weight loss surgery saved my life. I can guarantee you, every single person who's had weight loss surgery, that's not the first thing they ever decided to do. They didn't just wake up one morning and say, oh my gosh, I just now, this very day, realized I'm overweight. I'm going to go have surgery. Okay. We all tried everything before. Any way that you want to improve your body, via surgery, changing your eating, whatever it is, it's beautiful and it should be celebrated no matter how you got there. Now I've got that off my chest. Let's talk about me. 7 years ago today was my very first appointment with the bariatric surgeon. And sometimes I don't come on Instagram a lot like I used to because I feel like a failure. This entire account was supposed to be just about my weight loss. And now I never really want to talk about weight loss. And it kind of just hit me today, and it's been hitting me over the last year. That was the goal. I didn't want to go from being obsessed about my weight when I was overweight to losing the weight and still being obsessed with my weight. I wanted to be able to live a life without the obstacles that being overweight was putting on my own body. And that's what I'm doing. I have a really balanced, healthy, happy life now. It would be weird if 7 years later I was still just obsessed and talking about nothing but my weight loss. Life goes on. I got to spend a good 2 years obsessed with nothing but weight loss. It's so boring if that's all I had, if that was my only interest, even 7 years later. And it just, I don't know. I remember vividly when I went for my first appointment with the bariatric surgeon thinking I was going to fail at this. Because I had been so obsessed with my weight my whole entire life. I thought, I've tried everything else. It's failed. This is going to fail too. And it feels cool to come on here well over a half a decade later, 7 years later, and be like, This is what you wanted all along. Sure, I've been skinnier. I could be skinnier now if I wanted to be as dedicated as I was before. And there's nothing wrong with still being that dedicated. But I really like the balance that I live in now. My weight isn't holding me back from anything at all. I enjoy food. I enjoy healthy food most of the time. I enjoy moving my body. I just feel like I'm living my life now, and I'm always battling my mind, because in my mind, I feel like I want to hold myself back and be like, oh, you could be doing so much more, or, you know, you're a failure because you don't come on Instagram or YouTube anymore and talk about your weight loss. But the truth is, what I always really wanted was just a life without worrying about my weight. So it feels like I should talk myself out of being happy for some reason, but I'm just really incredibly happy lately with the way that, I don't know. It just feels cool to come on here 7 years later and be like, dude, the thing you wanted to accomplish out of this, that's the thing you accomplished. Like, you can be proud of yourself.